it's Scholz with Educo Advisor Group, and thank you so much for joining us for this month's blog video, which is all about how much should I save for retirement. And this is one of our most asked questions by clients, by prospects, by our friends and family. It's a hot topic, and unfortunately the answer is it depends. And it depends on so many different things. One of the main things is your income. What's your income now versus what's your income when you retire? Will you be collecting Social Security early or waiting? Will you have a pension? Is your health care going to be covered until you're 65, till you can start collecting Medicare? And do you have enough savings? Do you have a 401k, a 403b, and so on? Many of our clients view retirement very differently. Some of our clients want to retire, travel the world, rent an RV, go to visit every single state in our country. Some of our clients want to retire and watch their grandkids full time. Some of our clients want to spend down every single dollar, spend everything that they've ever saved for retirement. And some of our other clients want to ensure that they set aside a specific amount of money for their kids or grandkids. And it also depends on life expectancy. How is your health, your spouse's health, your family history? When do you want to retire? Do you want to retire early? Do you want to keep working part-time later on? And do you expect to have long-term care needs? So it all depends. The biggest piece of advice that I could give you is meet with a financial planner. Do not guess. We should have a set plan. We have Elevate with Educo, which is our financial planning step-by-step process to ensure we're on the right path. And I encourage everyone to click the link and schedule an appointment with us and just have a free consultation with us to see if you're a good fit for financial planning. We can see if you're on track for retirement, for an early retirement, or if you need to step it up in order to meet your retirement goals. You may be able to retire, but it might not be that ideal retirement that you've been dreaming of since you were in your early 20s. There are some general rules or milestones that are in the industry. I'm not saying any of them are right. Again, you should double check with a financial planner, but here are some checks and balances that you can do amongst yourselves before giving us that call. So these are general rules for retirement that typically do not account for really important things such as inflation, any type of pay increases that you have, major life events or large purchases that you plan on making, and even taxes. So these should not be used as guaranteed figures or dollar amounts or goals, but just general checkpoints to kind of see how you're doing. You should schedule an appointment with us. We have a complimentary 60-minute financial planning Elevate with Educo meeting available to new clients. You can get a better understanding of where you currently sit and what you need to do in order to reach your ideal retirement. Now, this is the longest and the biggest investment that you've been saving for. It's very important and you should be sure. Do not guess. The first rule that a lot of advisors will follow is the 4% rule. That's where you just take your balance and you withdraw 4 to 5%, 4 to 6% every year from your retirement accounts to help supplement, and I key supplement, your Social Security income. Social Security was never meant to completely replace retirement income. It's just a small portion to help the elderly get by. As an example, if you have a $1.5 million retirement account, take out 4% for the year, that's about 60 grand. And if you take out 5%, that would be about $75,000. Now, that has worked for many years because typically the market will earn 7 to 8% and you're only taking out 4 to 5%. So that way the market, the capital gains, the dividends, the interest, that's all replacing what you're taking out every single year. However, that dollar amount will change each year and isn't very stable. A general assumption is that you'll need about 70 to 80% of your income in retirement. And we want to make sure that we're taking that 70 to 80% of the last year of work. So not what you're making now. I mean, that could be the case if you're retiring in the next year or two. But if we're out forward thinking, it would be 70 to 80% inflation, plus any increases in anything down the road. Another thing we have to keep in mind is that most people will spend a lot of their retirement funds earlier on in retirement. They want to travel, they want to go do all the fun things. They might buy an RV, they might buy a boat. They spend more money as they're younger and they're able to do more things. But as you age and as you get a little bit older, naturally we just slow down. Towards the end of your 70s, 80s, you're not spending as much money. You're kind of just staying home, staying tucked away, and your needs become less. So that's something that we can also balance out in our software. Another assumption that I've heard is you can just multiply your last years of income by 10 or 12, and that's how much money you should have saved in your retirement accounts. Again, these are just assumptions. There are some general checkpoints that JP Morgan came out with that I'm going to review here. Again, it's always best to double check with a financial advisor. So if you're 30 years old, making $90,000 a year, you should have about 1.3 times your salary saved for retirement. If you're 40 years old, earning about $90,000 a year, you should have 2.5 times your salary saved for retirement. That's retirement accounts only. 50-year-olds earning $125,000 a year should have 5.5 times their savings saved. And then 65-year-olds earning about $125,000 should have about 9.3 times your salary saved. So again, just general checkpoints. These are all fun to review and check and see how you're doing compared to other people. But give us a call. We'd love to jot down the numbers with you, go through the software. It's very visual. So there's graphs, there's charts. We can move the pieces up and down based on if you get that promotion, if you buy a larger home. Do you want to save for your kids' college? Do you plan on passing on a legacy? There's so many different things that we can do and help you out with. So I highly encourage you reaching out to us. Again, my name is Scholz with Educo Advisor Group, and I look forward to hearing from you. See you next time.